Welcome to another CEO Wisdom podcast with Susan Mershon. Today, she is CEO and founder at the Techie Mentor. So we're going to talk about empowering virtual assistants to use tech tools. We're going to talk about outreach. We're going to talk about ops and tech stacks that can empower humans to work better. This podcast is brought to you by my cold email AI agency. It's called Top Leads. If you want to generate 75 meetings a week, you give me a call. You can go to topleads.agency. Suzanne, welcome to the pod. Can you tell me a bit more about yourself and the Techie Mentor?
Yes, so thank you for this opportunity. I very much appreciate it. So in a nutshell, the Techie Mentor has been around for 10 years. I'm a former VA myself, and my focus is teaching VAs tech skills. So really moving them out of the admin space, especially now with AI coming on strong and fast.
Right. And to learn tech skills, what are the other meta skills that need to precede? Because when I think of VAs nowadays, my mind goes to Philippines, and there I see that there's not much entrepreneurship. There's not much question asking. It's just do as you're told, and technology to me requires adaptability, creativity, mad execution. So what skills can a VA acquire first to be really tech savvy?
Okay, so let me just address the point, if I can, about I don't know what the word I'm looking is, but how people perceive the VA industry, right? A lot of people think that VAs are just admin based and they're not proactive, right? They just wait on the sidelines. And that's not the case for the entire industry. So that's why I say VA is not a title, it's an industry. It's like the coaching industry, it's like the finance industry. So there's segments within. And for what I do, as far as technology, yeah, there are some core skills that you really need. There's obviously people skills. If you're going to be a VA, it's really hard if you're an introvert. I hate to say it, but it's hard because you have to put yourself out there. Being visible is part of that. So being willing to put yourself out, being willing to make mistakes. But then you're right, you need to have some strategic, some planning if you're going to work in tech, because a lot of people will purchase a tool because they were told to, but they really don't need it. And so you need to be an advocate that says, why are you using Infusionsoft to just send emails when you could just use MailChimp for free? So you need to be proactive. You need to be able to speak up. You need to be adaptable because technology changes on a dime. Things are coming out all the time. AI is changing technology and what it can do for you. So you need to embrace learning. And I think you need to be a great communicator, especially virtual, because you can't see your clients all the time. And I know that I teach my techie VAs, if you will, that you should have status calls every week, even if it's 10 minutes, because you can see what's coming down the pike. You can tell what's going on in their life. So, I mean, I think in a nutshell, they need to be proactive. They need to be strategic in some way, shape, or form. They have to be flexible and adaptive, but they have to be great communicators, and they need to be open to learning and staying on the cutting edge when you're in technology, because it changes all the time. So I see, and at least for the people that I work with, the vast majority of them come out of corporate, right? They worked in some corporate capacity, so they understand how to work with clients, even if they weren't client facing. And, I see that a lot of them are EAs and they're used to taking direction. So it's a really hard flip to say, okay, I have to make decisions. I have to do that. I have to help clients. So again, in a nutshell, I just think they really need to be proactive. I think that's the biggest thing that's missing, because they're waiting for direction. And if you see something that needs to be done, speak up. Don't be afraid to say, this needs to be done, or there's a mistake there. Let me fix it for you.
Right. Because my interest in getting the best and latest tech stack comes because I can make way more money if like I'm good with tech. Basically the VAs, I feel they need to have another reason to love technology and to know, because they won't refer that technology to the business owners by themselves,
Right.
So how can we drive them to look at product hunt on a daily basis, try out technology, and and fetch the best and the greatest out there if there's like no financial incentive?
Well, I think it comes back to learning, right? Because here's the thing, if you understand email marketing, it doesn't matter if you use MailChimp. It doesn't matter if you use Aweber. It doesn't matter if you use ConvertKit, because they all do the same thing. They may be more power in those, but I think for me, it makes you a more well-rounded individual that can help clients, because one of the biggest things is clients need help with tool selection, because they pick tools that are given to them or directed to them by a conference they went to or a business coach. And so I feel there is financial incentive, but on the other hand, if you want to stay relevant and you want to stay in front of things, you have to understand the different tools that make up whatever your niche is. So again, email marketing, funnel building, course creation, because you might have a client that's using one tool, and if you know a second tool, you can say, you know what, this tool really fits your strategic needs better than this tool.
In my opinion, I think that Zapier is like one of the best tools out there because it just connects everything with everything. And that can be really valuable as an assistant to just help a business owner, have everything connect together, everything communicate together for efficiency, for data, for more results. I feel, like from a tech point of view, I'm always searching for two things as a CEO. So one, driving more sales, and second, retain more clients. So if my VA can fetch these tools and try them out and confirm that they can be valuable, try to signing up more clients or increasing the happiness of my current clients, then that would be the ideal scenario. Most of the time, do I need to find these softwares myself, or do I just need to clarify my goals and then the VA will find the appropriate software?
It depends on what you need, because you have to realize that the industry, there's so many different types of businesses and so many people that are just starting out where they really are going to need somebody to give them the lay of the land. I mean, a lot of people are coming out of a corporate or a large business. They've been an employee, like I was an employee. They need somebody to help them understand that, A, you don't have an IT department. It's you. You've got to be able to figure that out. And I'm blessed because I come out of IT. So I understand that, but not most people do. So I think it really depends on each individual's needs. At the beginning, you really need somebody who knows what they're doing, because otherwise you're going to get taken to the cleaners, and you're probably going to get you're going to have trust issues because you get burned, because unfortunately people promise more than they can deliver. So I think at the beginning, you really need somebody who understands tech stacks, even at a high level, not an expert. But then as you kind of ratchet up your business to where you're making more and more money, you need an advocate, and you need somebody who understands your business and what your business needs are. And for instance, you could say to me, I need a tool that does XYZ. And that's all I need to hear. I don't need a list of criteria. Then I can take that and run with it and come back with some options saying, based on what I know of your business, based on what I know of you, these are the right tools. So I think it takes a well-rounded tech VA. They can't just know one thing. They have to understand the whole digital marketing, really, and understand how the tools play into that.
Yeah, I think they need to ask questions also, because sometimes we don't define the problem the right way. We think we need something, but in reality, we need something else. Sometimes we don't even use the right keywords to describe the meaning of things. So there's some etymology in there. I guess the VA can clarify that. They can try to understand what you mean and go check what's available out there. Another important factor is always the budget, right? Because what if you find me the tool and it costs like $1,000 per month and it will yield like 50 back? It's not a good investment. So the VAs, they need to free trial stuff, and sometimes if they want to really show that they're committed, put their own credit card in there, because sometimes I don't want to share my own credit cards, or I can even there's SaaS that I could give like a credit card that they can plug in the free trial, try the software itself, bring back some results, then we can estimate the potential ROI to the software. I've named Zapier. Another very interesting tool, obviously, that is almost all encompassing is ChatGPT, with
Mhm.
AI. You know, you can have this tool done anything you can think of. Um, do your VAs use ChatGPT and AI to drive more results in your clients?
That's something that I'm working on right now to start introducing into the training, because a lot of people are afraid of AI. And I just wanted to grab a point really quick when you said they should ask questions. VA should always ask questions. And I know there are a lot of people who are afraid to ask questions because they feel like they're going to look stupid. As for me, I'm the question person, because I'm like, I need to get this. I need to understand what you're looking for so I can deliver. So asking questions is very, very important. I think that's one of the high ones on the list that I forgot. So thank you for addressing that. But back to ChatGPT, I think a lot of the people in the industry are nervous about AI if they're admin based, because it's going to replace them in different ways. And I'm afraid they're almost afraid to embrace how it can really change your life in a good way. It's an asset. It's not a replacement for a lot of things. So I'm really going at it with first mindset, right? Because you have to have an open mind to try these tools. And two, and then really explaining how things like ChatGPT, which I use all the time, every day, how that could really enhance not only their business, but help them enhance their clients' business. So that's something I'm starting to right now pull into my training.
Yeah, it's like if humans forgot how to get out of their comfort zone, you know, because back in the
Mm-hmm.
days we're always in fight or flight mode and it was all about survival and adapting. And nowadays with modern society, we've gone comfortable. We've got like
Mm-hmm.
comfortable jobs, comfortable cars, comfortable seats, you know, we've got Netflix, and I think humans will adapt in the end, you know, to AI. Most of them, or some of them, if there's such things as UBI, that they'll be comfortably paid to just chill, and that's a right, you know, like they didn't choose to be born. But yeah, I think assistants, if they adapt their mindsets and really think in an entrepreneurial way, because yeah, I let go of my last VA. And regarding the question asking skills, well, she was asking a lot of questions, but the quality of her question wasn't increasing, which showed me that she didn't really listen, pay attention, or you know, grow neuron cells in the process. I think it's important to ask the right question. Once you are really good at asking questions, you define like 90% of the problem, and most of the time it's solved. And a good way to do that, by the way, just to end the podcast here productively, is to use ChatGPT. Like, how
Mm-hmm.
can I ask this question better? Or what do I mean by that question? What kind of answer do I want? You know, ChatGPT can be the best assistant,
Yes.
in my
Yes.
opinion.
You are
Um,
so right.
Suzanne, thank you for coming on today. Really rapid fire discussion, but where can people find out more about you?
So you can find out more about me at my website at thetechiementor.com. You can also find me on LinkedIn under Susan Mershon, or the Techie Mentor. It'll come in either one. Those are the real platforms that I'm on. So if you want to find me, that's where you'll find me.